Okay, so fractions like this, all right? Now fractions on the calculator, these calculators are gonna be a little bit different than I think what you saw in 7th and 8th grade, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. So on this one though, let's solve it. Okay, so I'm gonna use the principle of equality. What I would like here is for 1m to equal something. I don't really care what it is as long as it makes it a true statement, right? So how do I make, because right now the coefficient of m, the number being multiplied by m, is negative 6.5. I want to force that coefficient to be a 1, just like we saw in the principles of equality slide. So how do you make a fraction of 1? Same thing we did with the decimal. I'm just going to take it, negative 6.5, and I'm going to divide it by negatives, not 6.5. I'm dividing by negative 6/5. Because anything divided by itself is 1. We've already put that down. But if I do it to one side, I do need to do it to the other side, negative 6/5. Now right here, I've got 9 divided by negative 6/5. If you do not use parentheses with your fractions on these calculators, you may get incorrect answers. So I'm recommending right now, use parentheses around that fraction. You can see the parentheses buttons just above 8 and 9 on these calculators. Use them, especially when you see fractions. So how do you type this into the calculator? Well, here's how you're going to do it, okay? We want to type in 9. Of course, that's just 9. And I'm going to divide. Now, when you push the divide button, it's going to show a slash on the calculator. No problem. Now, since I'm putting in a fraction, I'm going to use the parentheses. Now, I'm going to show that it's negative. The negative button looks like this. It's at the bottom, right next to the enter button in the bottom right. So you're going to push the negative button so that you know the fraction is negative. There is a difference between the negative button and the minus button. So you do not use the minus button, okay? Now I've got to type in 6/5, right? So there's my 6. Now the fraction button actually is also the divide button because that gives you the fraction line. It's just slanted, that's all. So push the divide button and it will give you the fraction line, 6/5. So push the 5, close the parentheses, and then push the enter button, which I'm just showing as an equal sign. And then you will see what the heck is this? It's a negative 7.5. Okay, now some of you guys may not like fractions, and that's okay. Or you may not like the decimals, I should say. If you don't like the decimal, that's fine. This will do on the assignment, all right? But I'm going to go over how to change this into a fraction as well. Here's what you're going to do. Not that you need it, but you could. So we're gonna go through this button sequence, okay? You got the negative 7.5 on your calculator. You could even push negative 7.5 enter, and then you get at the top left. No, not the top left. At the top left, you're gonna go down 2 buttons. You're gonna find this button. It says math. You're gonna push math, and then you're gonna push the enter button. Not just once, but twice. It's math, enter, enter. This will change any decimal into a fraction for you. So I just push math, enter, enter. And you can see now that it's telling me that if you replace the m with negative 15/2, you'd still get a true statement. And we can check, right? So right here, I'm just going to use the decimal, though, negative 7.5. So I type in negative 6/5 times negative 7.5. When I push enter, I do see a positive 9. That makes these both solutions. Now you may say, well, how do you have 2 solutions here? It's the same solution, you guys. It's just written different ways. One's the decimal form and one is the fraction form. It doesn't matter which one you use. From what I remember, it doesn't matter which one you type into the assignment either. It's going to give you credit for that. So it's not 2 different answers. It's just one answer written in 2 different ways.